Although the famine horse doesn't come our way, it's the bay horse of Zechariah, I believe. Even though the famine doesn't come to the west toward the United States, there's still going to be a bit of a problem that you're going to run into when you can't buy and sell. That's going to be hopefully a while from now, because I haven't seen the red horse yet, but so hopefully it's going to be a while from now, but we're going to have a period of time where we're not in famine, because we've got plants around us that you can still eat, and we have, some people have chickens and some people have things like that to eat the eggs or eat chicken. But so we're not supposed to have famine, and then we've got all kinds of food like freeze-dried food and stuff like that. So the famine shouldn't get us, but we'll have a lot of homeless people. But a lot of smart people have gotten vans and whatnot like that. But even though we won't have problems with finding food necessarily, because we'll probably, eat nuts from nut trees and stuff like that. Hopefully. But the famine horse isn't supposed to come this way, so it indicates that we will probably, I'm going to assume that we will have enough maybe stored up, maybe bought and stored up, that we won't completely see famine. But we will notice when the third temple goes up. And like I said, there should be a war horse coming before that. And when you see the war horse, that's pretty much the war horse and the temple starting to be built. Yeah. When you see the war horse and the temple going up, you should probably run out right about then and buy food, because they're gonna take it away from you, but they're also gonna lock you up. And if they throw you somewhere and lock you up, they're gonna feed you. So that's a second way it could happen, is they could, lay their hands on you and take you up, but in the process of doing it, also feed you. I don't know, because the famine horse isn't supposed to come to the west, so it kind of indicates you're gonna get food one way or another. But I've had a lot of thoughts about that, a lot of concern about that. But apparently, God has that covered. It doesn't take me concerned about it to, I'm sure it'll work out one way or another, but I'm not gonna be lazy or stupid about it or anything like that, because you could, that could bring you to save somebody else's life, if you have food and nobody else does. So but that's what, if I was living in a van or something like that, I would go out and I'd buy probably a lot of freeze-dried food and food like that, and food that lasts a long time, and I would have it stockpiled, man. Because and I buy in bulk anyway sometimes, and get a decent amount of groceries, but you can only keep food for so long. You can only keep flour for like a few years or something, like 2 or 3 years. You can keep some foods for a long time, like corn and stuff like that, but and dried beans you can keep for a while, but and dried rice you can keep 5 years. But anyway, that and nut trees, I think it's going to get us by, and I think it's like God said it was. The famine is not going to come to the west, even though it seems like it doesn't make sense, because the buying and selling seems like it would override that and starve everybody to death, but apparently it doesn't.